think it's an understatement that we all work in an industry that traditionally has done a much better job of marketing to potential new customers than marketing to existing customers, right? Despite the fact that we all know, and we've all known for years, that it costs more to bring in a new customer than it does to keep a customer. We all spend tons of time and money trying to bring in new customers, leaving old customers in the past, in the dark about it. But that's changing. They're going to know more in the future than they've known in the past. They're going to be transparent about it. We need to understand that and build that transparency into our business models so we can be effective in dealing with them. I was in Japan not that long ago. Talk about transparent. This is fascinating. The tomatoes in the top left-hand corner there, that is that thing that sort of looks like a barcode. It's that 2D barcode. Well, if you're in this store, it's called Aeon. Aeon happens to be the biggest food retailer in Japan, routinely kicking Walmart's butt there. Routinely. Well, they've created this system where if you go into the produce department and certain products, like these packaged tomatoes, you can take a picture of that barcode. And in about 20 seconds, you can find out where those tomatoes were grown. You can find out what was used to fertilize the ground in which the tomatoes were grown. And you can see a picture of the farmer who grew the tomatoes. It takes about 20 seconds. The other thing they do is, in Japan, they're very concerned about mad cow disease. Okay, in fact, they test all the beef in Japan that comes from Japan. They test everything for mad cow disease. As opposed to here, we test about 2% or less. They test all their beef. And that means in their beef section, where they're not selling, by the way, any U.S. beef, because they don't believe that it's trustworthy. That could be changing down the line, but they're still not doing it. Every piece of beef has a code number, and the code number is connected to the cow from which that particular beef came, whether it's ground beef or steak or whatever it happens to be. That's their system. They're much more pure about it. So what happens is when I buy a piece of beef, I get a code number. Now I can either go to that kiosk right next to the beef department, or I can do it at home on my computer, and I can go to their site and I can type in the code number, and I can instantly see a BSE free certificate. I can find out where the cow was born and raised. I can find out what the cow was fed. I can find out what bulls the cow was hanging out with, and I can see a picture of the rancher who raised the cow. This is fascinating. This is a company in Greece, an olive oil company, Terra Creta. And what happens is every bottle of Terra Creta olive oil has a code number on the back. You can go on their website, you can punch in the code number, and you can find out every bit of nutritional and scientific information about that olive oil that you could possibly want to know. It's so much it'd make your hair hurt. But it's all there, and you can actually see video of the olives being harvested. We need to change the rules. We need to embrace things like transparency. We need to embrace things like more information, because it allows us to change the rules and give ourselves a differential advantage. Now, and here's the other thing. When I talk about, if we're not transparent, everybody else is going to be transparent for us. Well, that is the very definition of new media and social media.